Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new episode. I fear this could be either the last episode or the first before the last one. And well, you will understand why during the course of the video. So let's say the summer campaign of 1942 in Africa opened again with my desire of trapping as many allied divisions as possible, and once again this strategy worked with just pure infantry armies. And it was again I must say a very tense moment, because if the pocket that I just made here let's say trapped many divisions, it also tied up quite a huge number of mine. And let's say on the southern edge of the pocket, I was always afraid that the allies could have just broken through my lines and rescued their trapped comrades. And luckily this did not happen. And while I was just redeploying my troops in Africa, I said, okay, let's try to perform some offensive operations in Greece. And once again, my idea miserably failed because of the Americans' troops stationed there. Even though I must say that the Americans were by far the most let's say not disorganized, but their units were the ones which had the lowest level of organizations, and the Greeks really put up a very nasty fight. In North Africa, I saw that the Allied completely left unguarded their left flank, and I was like, wow, cool, this is a new chance for me to trap once again some more Allied divisions. But this time I was not successful, because despite having made quite a lot of gain at the very beginning, the Allied let's say numerical superiority turned out to be way too much, even for my troops. And since I realized that the Allies were now 2 tiles away from the impassable region, I was like, holy shit, no, if they break through here, I think I would have lost at least 1/3 of my first army. And yeah, so despite the big breakthrough at the beginning, I was like, no, it's time to really fall back and establish there a new defensive line. And it was at the end of July, precisely on July 27th, 1942, that I finally decided to join the Axis. And yeah, I think this caught the Allied completely by surprise. Because judging by the presence of so many divisions in the British Somaliland, I think that the AI just was not expecting anything like that. I think that they were between 37 and 41 divisions down there. I think that this was a mistake of the AI, because those troops were really suffering from a lot of attrition. They had really low organization, and some of them I was judging by eyes. I think they had only half of their required equipment. At least now, the fact that the Ethiopian puppet finally joined the war forced the Allies to redeploy some more troops along the new border, and this in turn potentially made slightly easier my advance again into I would say Central and Western Africa. Telera's motorized army was being redeployed along the new border, and at least it helped in preventing again a collapse of my Ethiopian troops. Even though I must say that the Ethiopians fought incredibly well in the south, where they not only held the line against the enemy, but in some cases they even managed to break through the Allied lines and push the enemy forwards. Let's say from time to time I was always having a look at how Germany was doing on the Eastern Front, because I was like, this is where I think that the most interesting, let's say, part of the game was happening. You know, AI versus AI, and I noticed interestingly that the German AI managed to close finally the pocket around the eastern part of the Pripyat marshes. And here, yeah, since I had the whole Teleras motorized corps down there, I was like, let's try the impossible. So let's try to encircle as many Allied troops as possible. And although again the offensive started quite well, and yeah, it got bogged down in Central Africa. I'm sorry, I have no idea which kind of region of Africa is that one. And I was like, okay, maybe it's time to go not for the big pocket, but just for a small pocket. And yeah, so again the lack of troops, because now I realized that the front line was being very overextended, really began to let's say to feel make itself feel now, because I was trying to advance, and every time the Allied troops were just counterattacking me, either on the flanks or from the north, or even they in at least 2 or 3 chances, and I don't remember now, but they even managed to cut off the vanguard of Telera's motorized army. And well, this is I think the nightmare, you know, of every blitzkrieg operation. If you ever, I mean, if you know me, I know you know I like to make pockets, but I don't like when the AI is pocketing me. And I really got the feeling that the allies in general, they had an endless reservoir of manpower and troops, because I was really shocked by how many divisions the allied nations had in North Africa. I would say not in North Africa anymore, but in Central Africa. And this, I would say, this moment marked the end of my Blitzkrieg campaign, because despite all of my best efforts to trap the enemy divisions between the Sahara region and my troops, all the time I failed, because I think the Allied had at least 15 divisions, and what I managed to trap there were just 3. So yeah, and at this point I realized that nothing could have been done anymore, because first of all the Allies had way too many troops, and because of the in-game mechanics, the Allies did not suffer. I mean, they enjoy a significant reduction in terms of supply consumption compared to my troops. Luckily, on the Eastern Front in early November 1942, Germany somehow decided it was time to launch the last offensive against the southern part of the front. And well, you know that because of the supply mechanics that are currently working and implemented in the game, as soon as Germany or as any Axis nation you cut off the supplies to the Caucasus, the troops there are just doomed. At least, you know, I compensated this stalemate in Africa with finally a proper advance into Greece after more than 1 year. Somehow the the US AI I think was forced to evacuate most of its troops. The Americans only left 2 armored divisions, and yeah, those were simply no match for my glorious Italian infantry divisions. And as expected now with full control of the air. Yeah, because the Allies even evacuated their all of their planes. Well, nothing could just stop the Italians. Nothing could stop them, as the Allies did instead in Central Africa. And yeah, so I think that's all from this episode. I may record one more just to comment and yeah, judge what went wrong and what could be improved for the next campaign. And yeah, I hope you managed to learn. I hope you did learn something from this playthrough. As always, guys, stay safe, take care, and see you all in the next episode.